Hello there. If you're new to my channel, my name is Raihana, and today I'll be critically analyzing the article titled Allow Refugees to Work, Give Access to Basic Healthcare and also Education by author Amar Shah Mohsin. To those who don't know who he is, Amar Mohsin is one of the newcomers in journalism and is a familiar contributor in the Sun newspaper. He is a fresh graduate from University Selangor, UNISEL, where he did his degree in mass communication, also specializing in journalism. He entered in the Sun newspaper in January 2015 and continued pursuing his career there for almost until now. He has already covered many big events, including the helicopter crash in Semenyih, which occurred in April 2015, the Bersih Rally 4.0 in August 2015, and also the Red Rally in 2019. In this vlog today, I wish to discuss the issues surrounding refugees in Malaysia, along with the arguments and evidences presented by the author himself. First of all, the issue raised by the author is the refugees' rights to basic healthcare and education in Malaysia. To shed light upon this issue, the definition of refugee is actually crucial in understanding this article and the author's arguments and evidences. According to the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, in short is UNHCR, refugees are actually people fleeing conflict or persecution. They are significant and protected in the international law and must not be expelled or returned to situations where their life and freedom are at risk. Exemplified in the article above, the author urges the government to allow those seeking refuge in Malaysia to take up jobs in the country, of course, as well as being given access to basic education and also healthcare. To support this claim, the author quotes Klang MP, Charles Santiago, in which he said that by hiring refugees, the government can actually afford to cut down on the number of migrant workers being employed in certain industries. And adding that this would be a win-win situation for both the country and also the refugees. Furthermore, the author also reiterated, saying that the Klang MP said refugees should also be allowed to seek medical treatment in government hospitals, while children refugees should be allowed to study in local schools along with the other children, claiming that it was the responsibility of the government to provide a safe environment for them, the refugees here. In my opinion, I believe that we should prioritize on providing basic healthcare and education to our own communities first, instead of focusing on refugees. While I do believe that we can help refugees, we can only do so only within the limitations of our nation's capabilities and not holistically. Moreover, we should focus on providing amenities and opportunities to those who hold citizenship. And this approach is actually more practical, more realistic, and efficient. In fact, citizens who are classified as low-income population, referring to those who have a mean monthly income of 2,537 ringgit, should be given prioritization compared to refugees. And all of these beliefs, values, and status have actually challenged the author's views. So based on my beliefs, my values, and also my status mentioned above, mentioned just now, it is clear that I disagree with the opinion of the author. I am of different opinion because by allowing refugees to take up jobs in the country and being given access to basic education, we are actually running the risk of robbing our citizens' future, especially their job opportunities. The author's argument about refugees' basic rights to asylum identifies an interesting viewpoint on which refugees are actually supposed to be under the responsibility of UNHCR, where this organization, they have a mandate to protect refugees and assist in their voluntary repatriation, local integration, or resettlement to a third country. And here, voluntary repatriation refers to return of a refugee to the country of their origin or that of their ancestors. And we can see examples such as in Malaysia, we can see refugees from Bangladesh, Myanmar, and also Rohingyas. Rohingya from Myanmar. My take on this issue is, without a doubt, that it is up to UNHCR to provide them work, access to basic healthcare and education. Furthermore, refugees are actually not allowed to work here in Malaysia as they do not hold employment passes, or as we call work permit, to take up employment within an organization. Instead, UNHCR are supposed to utilize cash-based interventions for them, the refugees, to provide protection, assistance, and services to the refugees. These cash and voucher system help them get access to food, water, healthcare, shelter that actually help them to build and support their livelihoods, and also to help them slowly ease into the voluntary repatriation. And additionally, we can also see UNHCR providing services such as HIV prevention, protection and treatment, reproductive health services for the females, for the women, food security and nutrition, and water, sanitation, hygiene services. And these are some of the essential healthcare services that are provided by UNHCR in refugee camps and settlements. Moreover, UNHCR, they actually partners with governments and international organizations to actually provide quality protective education for refugee children. So they don't actually need to be with the same schools as our children. And these highlight that refugees already have access to all these things: basic healthcare, education, well, except for permission to work, which is actually compensated with cash-based interventions. I believe that we are trivializing our citizens' hardship if we choose to provide those seeking refuge in Malaysia with our resources that should have been allocated to the citizens first. According to the 11 Malaysia Plan, which we call 11MP, there are 2.5 million households which come from B40, which refers to the low-income population. And this symbolizes that these groups of people have troubles making ends meet and are faced with socioeconomic problems, housing problems, health, and also food security, where they have problems finding food. And the question is, shouldn't we allocate more aid and supply to them instead of the refugees? It's just a food for thought, but for me, it's an absolute yes. While it may sound harsh, it is actually not the government's responsibility to provide protection and assistance to the refugees. However, there are numerous non-governmental organizations, NGOs, in Malaysia that are more than willing to lend a hand to the refugees. I would like to conclude that I wholly believe that the government should prioritize on providing basic healthcare and education to our own communities that are in need first, instead of focusing on refugees. While I do believe that we can help refugees, our country can only do so only within the limitations of our nation's capability and not holistically. Moreover, we should focus on solving socioeconomic problems and providing opportunities to those citizens classified under the B40 category. And furthermore, the refugees have the UNHCR to assist and provide to them. And us, Malaysians, our country is listed as member of the United Nations. The least our country can do, the citizens can do, is to assist on UNHCR's efforts to ease their work, to help these refugees by donating and volunteering in their programs, helping them within the boundaries of our capability. Well, I guess that is all for me today. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and also comment on feedbacks, and also subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you, and see you next time.